The implementation steps which we are going to do in MATLAB in a minute, set up the problem, initialize variables, pre-compute all the matrices, and at each step you are going to repeat all of these stages. Okay, that is going to be what we are going to do. Okay, let us see. So, this was your homework 3. The only thing I have, so don't worry about this. This is just to show more beautiful figures. That's all that is for. So, let's run this. It's called HW3. Okay. So, this was your homework, right? I had given you a bunch of inputs, and to that you had to get bunch of outputs. Okay. Okay. Now, I'll get to why I am showing you the homework over here. This is the code that I have written pre-populated for the DMC controller. Okay. If you see the code, only thing I have changed between this and this is I have changed the model. So, n is changed and g is changed. So, instead of giving you the step response coefficients, I am just calculating the step response coefficient from the model. Now, where I am getting this model from? If you look at your assignment number 4, if you want me to bring up assignment number 4, I can do that as well. But if you look at the assignment number 4, before problem 1 and problem 2 problem statements are there, there is a thing that I have written that I will upload a code for you, which will solve using g equal to 2.5 divided by 20s plus 1 e to the power minus 7s, okay, with h equal to 5. Okay, I am pretty much writing that, nothing else I have changed. Okay, if you see, there is really nothing else I have changed at all. Okay, so where are we starting from? We are starting from where we left off with homework 3. That is where we are starting from. So, if you have done your homework 3, that's all you need to come to this stage. Okay. So, let us run this and see what we do get. Okay. This is a different system, as you can clearly see. The same set of inputs, your outputs are different. Here immediately we can see, because of the delay, this one is at 0, because the amount of delay was 7, that is why at time 10 our h was equal to 5, if you recall from the previous slide. So, at time 10 you start seeing the effect of the output. Okay. So, this is what we see over here. Okay. So, clear? No issues until this point. Okay. So, this is open loop. This is, let us say we have determined how an operator is going to change the inputs, and operator changes it as given by u all. Okay. Let us say that is not what we want to do. What we want to do is replace how to calculate the u using MPC in order to meet the requirement, and the requirement was to go from initial condition of 0 to set point of 1. Okay. I have also, just as a shortcut, I have just everything in your problem statement, I have just copied it in this file. Okay. So, that I did not pre-populate it, because I just wanted to show that you can go from where we left off with homework 3. Okay. So, the next step I am going to do is going to give the control parameters. Okay. Set point, control horizon, prediction horizon, output weight, input rate constraints, that is delta u constraints, and input constraints, that is u constraints. Any questions so far? Okay. So, set up the problem, done, initialize variables. Okay. What initialization of variables are required? Let us go and look at that. Yeah. So, get set step response model, done, provide set points, constraints, etc., done, provide MPC parameters, MPQR, done, initialize y tilde k, let us do that. y hat equal to zeros n comma 1, okay, and u, I will just call u priv for u previous, you can call it whatever you want. This is uk minus 1, okay. Why do I need uk minus 1? To calculate uk, you need uk minus 1 because DMC algorithm calculates delta uk, okay. So, that is the reason why you need u previous, okay. So, oh okay, I already had that y hat. So, let me actually delete that y hat because y hat was already there. I will delete this u all. Why am I deleting the u all? Because u all was nothing but an operator input, okay. Let me also say max time, let us do it for 50 time steps, okay. So, I am going to do this instead of 1 to 10, I am going to do it for up to max time, okay. And y save is to save the outputs, I am going to have y save as max time plus 1, oops. Same thing, we will have u save also, okay. Okay, so I think initialization is done and then I will call this as implementation. Let us see what we have. Okay, you need to now calculate your SU, big SU matrix. Let us see, yeah, pre-compute SU, if SD is needed then SD, IM, IP, gamma Y, gamma U, all of those, okay. So, let us go over there and pre-compute. So, initialization, actually implementation I will put it over here. Pre-compute matrices, okay. So, what do we do first? We'll calculate this big SU matrix, okay. Now, how I am going to do, and again you have a choice of how you would want to do. You can always do it saying that this particular block, okay, is, so the ijth block is going to be equal to S I minus j plus 1, you can do it that way, okay. How I like to do it, I like to keep it a little bit simpler, okay. I will take this column, I will update this column, then I will update this column, then I will update this column and so on. So, I will start with first column and keep updating that column, okay. So, this is what I will do, okay. And so, some of it be immediately clear, but that is okay. SU, I will call this as SU call, okay. That is going to be equal to your step response matrix, I think I called it S, yeah, S. SU call is S going from 1 to P, okay. 1 to P is for CISO. What would it be for MIMO? It is going to be 1 to P multiplied by NY, right. S1 is ny by nu, S2 is ny by nu, S3 is ny by nu. Okay. So, you need all the columns and first, so it is a 2 by 2 system, then first 24 rows. If it is a 3 by 2 system, first 12 multiplied by 3, 36 rows. Why 12? Because your prediction horizon is 12. Okay. Comma all. Okay. I will say for I equal to 1 to m, right, because you have m columns. I will call this as big SU, okay, all rows, comma, ith column is going to be equal to SU call. Okay. This is for CISO. If you have multiple inputs, it might be better to horizontally catenate it. Right. So, what am I doing? Let us say somehow I have updated my big SU matrix to say I equal to 2. Now, I want to put the third column. So, I have first, second columns, SU call will have the third column, that third column will be put next to your first two columns, and I equal to 4, the fourth column will be put next to the first three columns, so on and so forth. Okay. This one is MIMO ready to be MIMO as well. Not everything that I am doing over here is MIMO ready, that is a part of your project 1. Okay. And now I need to update my SU call. Now, what does the next column in SU do? Downward shift, perfect. Okay. So, SU call is 0 semicolon SU call 1 to end minus 1. Yeah. How do you go for MIMO? Instead of end minus 1, it would be end minus ny. Okay. That should do the big SU for you. Let us run it and see. Okay, there is an error. I did not initialize big SU. Okay, so just one more point over here. Okay, when I am writing proper codes, not explaining things to you, I actually won't write codes like this. The reason is because the way MATLAB works is every time I add more and more columns to it, it reallocates storage space. So, this becomes a very inefficient way of coding. Okay. So, for this course this is actually fine, but when you are doing, let us say you are in an organization, an R&D organization where you are doing all of this, right. So, whenever you write a code like this, you will have this orange bars that will come over here, and that will actually say what that warning is. So, here the warning is the variable big SU appears to change size in every iteration. So, MATLAB is saying you would want to avoid that for computational reasons. Okay. So, when you see a warning like that, go back and look into that warning and see whether you agree with that warning, and if you do, then please change it. Okay, big SU equal to this. Okay. So, I run this. Okay, this is not a problem because I just wanted to run up to this point. Okay, let me now check what my big SU value is. Okay. Oh, our P is 10, sorry, not 12. So, when I said 12, 24 and 36, I should have said 10, 20 and 30. Okay, so this is our S. So, first 10 elements should be the first column, yeah, that is what it is. The second column will be 1 shifted below and then 0 will come, the next column will be 1 more shifted below and 0 will come and so on and so forth. So, looks like this is right. Okay. By the way, I am not checking this only because I am teaching you, this is actually how I code as well. I will write 3-4 lines of code, check, 3-4 lines of code, check, 3-4 lines of code, check. It's always more difficult to check 100 lines of code. Okay. Next, SD and I we do not need for this problem, you will need it for your assignment. Okay. YP k plus 1, I do not think I need it. R, gamma y and gamma u. Okay. So, what I also need, big R, gamma y, gamma u. Okay. Because this is CISO, I am just going to do a shortcut, once p comma 1 multiplied by YSP gamma y is nothing but how should I do this? Okay. This is going to be gamma y and gamma u would be similar, but this is going to be multiplied by R and gamma u is going to have this m number of times. Okay, let us go and look at this. Okay. So, what I have done is just done this as diagonal. If it is MIMO, then you will have to do it using a command called blockdiag, for example. You can do it with a command called blockdiag. The other option for you to do this, this in MIMO is to use a command called repmat, REPMAT. REPMAT means repeat matrix. Okay. So, either of those ways you can do it. This is again hint for you for your project. Okay. So, let us check what our Q and R matrices are. So, what do we expect, sorry, gamma y and gamma u. Okay. What do we expect with R, capital R, big R matrix? It is going to be set point, set point, set point, set point 10 times. Okay. What we expect with gamma y matrix, it is Q, 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 rest everything is 0. What we expect with gamma u, it is R, 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 R 4 times. With gamma y, it should be 10 times. Okay. So, that is what we will expect. So, let us run this. Okay. Let us see. Yeah, big R is 10 by 1, gamma y is 10 by 10 identity matrix, gamma u is 0.04, 0.04 along the diagonal 4 times, m number of times. So, they also appear okay. Okay, what else now we need to calculate? Okay, we need to calculate for constraints. Constraints, we need to calculate this IM matrix, what I have called that later. Yeah, IM matrix we need to calculate, and this big I M I will call that, right. So, IM is quite simple. Im is nothing but an identity. It is m multiplied by nu times identity. Nu is 1, so it is a just one dimensional identity. Im equal to EYE m. Okay. For constraints, big Im is going to be I, then 0 I, then 0 0 I, 0 0 0 I. Okay. I am going to take a shortcut and I am just going to say this is going to be actually why take a shortcut, we will just populate it over here. Okay. Big Im will be very similar to big SU, big Im equal to big Im comma Im call, right, and Im call is again shift down 0 comma Im call 1 to n minus 1. Okay, if you look at this, it is exactly we are doing it in the same manner. Yeah, big Im same way, big SU the same way, Im, and I will delete this actually. Okay, big Im, yeah, this is what you expect. Im is just m by u times identity, m by nu times identity. Okay. 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 Now implementation steps, we pre-compute our Hessian. SU transpose gamma y SU plus gamma u. Right. We compute LHS of constraints as well, we will come to that later. Okay, and compute at each step, we will have to compute the gradient, which is SU transpose gamma y. Okay. What shift is this? This is the upward shift operation by p amounts, and then you have the set point. Okay. Yeah. So we also need to pre-compute this guy, okay, which is Im minus Im, big Im minus big Im. Yep, we have the Hessian. Okay, so yes, all our pre-computations are done. Yep. So let's look at the implementation. Set up the problem, initialize variables, pre-compute, repeat at each step. What we need to do is we need to compute the error, we need to compute the gradient and right hand side of the constraint equation, solve the QP, implement the delta U and do the state update. Okay, that is what we need to do. Okay. Yeah, we are out of time.